Two games of conference semifinal action on a Monday. This your Express tour through the association called the Fast Break on NBA.com. Out west, Russell Westbrook showing up pregame and showing up during the game as well. He had 29 points and 10 assists on the night.
Don't nobody speak to me no more. I want to hear, but can't hear you when you go. Do you really mean it, or have I just seen a misappointment? Whatever it is, it's bringing me to boiling point. Hot and cold, wet and warm. Hot and cold. Let's just make one thing we can all have when it all crumbles down. Now I hear you talking some nonsense. And I know it's peripheral and completely missable, but nice thin silence. And the odds are that would otherwise be all I hear. Hot and cold, wet and warm. Hot and cold. I beg to hear you when you call. Hot and cold. Let's just make one thing we can all have when it all crumbles down. It makes no sense at all to me. It makes no sense at all to me. It makes no sense at all. Reach out and slither under my skin. Slide under me. Go straight to the black hole within. Now I hear you talking some nonsense. And I know it's purple and completely missable, but nice to their silence. And the odds are that would otherwise be all I hear. Hot and cold, wet and warm. Hot and cold. I beg to hear you when you call. Hot and cold, let's just make one thing we can all have when it all crumbles down.
I've been rapping for about 17 years, okay? I don't write my stuff anymore. I just kick it from my head, you know what I'm saying? I can do that. No disrespect, but that's how I am.
The 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Sprite.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports, and the NBA season is about to begin. Our game tonight featuring the Cleveland Cavaliers as they go up against the Miami Heat at American Airlines Arena. And taking a look here at the Heat, it's always an exciting time of the year as fans and other players and coaches around the league all getting a first look at how they might be shaping up for the upcoming season. So LeBron James leaves Miami, goes to Cleveland. Everybody thinks Chris Bosh is going to sign with Houston when that happens, but instead he re-signs with Miami, Shaq.
The Miami Heat now is Chris Bosh's team. He's one of the best shooting big men in the league. The space he creates really helps their offense, and Ernie, he continues to shoot a great field goal percentage.
And is it me or is he shooting from further out?
Yes, he's shooting from further out. Ernie, an interesting stat: his average shot distance has steadily grown over the past 5 seasons, from 9 feet his final season in Toronto to 13 feet last season.
Oh, so that's why you carry that tape measure with you, huh?
Exactly.
Wow, coming in handy. Let's get out to Kevin Harlan.
A nighttime view of the Miami sign here in South Beach. The Cavaliers coming to an Eastern Conference contest in this game. Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday night edition of the NBA and all its great action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. So Cleveland will get the first possession. And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. The 2 stars, LeBron and Love. At the 3 and the 4. Kyrie Irving is out there with Iman Shumpert. And it's Mozgov in at the center, filling out the middle. Here's Whiteside. Drops it in from 14 feet away.
Chris Bosh, unbeknownst to many, is arguably the premier mid-range jump shooter in the league. In particular, from the right elbow, guys, he is deadly.
Now, here is Irving. Pass to Shumpert. He's looking for James and finds him. The jump hook, and he gets it to go.
That's just run-of-the-mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
Wade outside. This one for 3. Mozgov grabs the board. And here's Cleveland. Irving passes to Mozgov. Irving attacking. LeBron against Wade. Blocked. They recover it. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. We play just over a minute here in the first. Dang gets a wide open look. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Dang's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Well, I briefly spoke with David Blatt. We talked about the strategy as it applies to D. Wade. He said Dwayne can score at will when he gets into a rhythm. So our job is going to be prevent him from getting into that rhythm in the first place. Because if we can't do that, the points will just pile up. Most opponents are completely aware of that, guys.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. Wade left side. Deng dishes to Dragic. And again, Miami with the triple.
Oh, the rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
I thought it might be a little imprudent to try to get those points right back, but it worked.
Now here's James. Love kicks to Mozgov. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but drew contact. He'll head to the line. They get Hassan Whiteside.
Strong move there to go in for the dunk.
That's a smart foul there to prevent him from the finish.
Timofey Mozgov, 7'1", a shot blocker and rebounder. Still pretty foul-prone defensively, but he has really become an interior presence.
That free throw, no good. And Mozgov, offensively, can get you some nice second-chance buckets.
Yeah, and I like the fact, Kevin, that he's a decent roll man in the pick and roll, and he can knock down the three-pointer on occasion. So, nice combination for that big guy.
And the second free throw, good.
You know, one thing you have to give Coach Erik Spoelstra credit for is he's not wedded to just one approach. I like his ability to be flexible. You remember after the 2011 final, for example, he really went back to the drawing board and changed Miami's offense to their small ball approach, but also wanted to get LeBron inside more. The result has been a couple of championship rings.
And it's Love missing. Miami's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Count that one. Wade's got his first bucket in this one.
Boy, great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, it sure was. He made a beeline for the bucket as soon as they got the ball. Right away, straight to the rim.
Here's James. Buries it from about 10 feet away. You talk about Coach Spoelstra staying open to new ideas. He spent time in the summer studying football coaches and their techniques.
Yeah, kind of an interdisciplinary interest in greatness. And, you know, that's what goes into building a champion. Spoelstra, very intense and focused, always trying to find an edge, even if he has to kind of step outside the box a little bit.
And here's Irving, following Chris Bosh's three. Pulls it up. Shumpert, no good.
And little to no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, that was a tough one right there.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
Irving can't hit.
Good percentage shot, though. That's one they'll take any day of the week.
Dragic kicks to Bosh. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Bosh has got 5.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
Yeah, they're making the right play. They're working together, and they're just looking for the best shot they can every possession.
And here we go. Fast break. Wade's got it. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Well, Luol Deng was supposed to have a lot more help in Chicago as they got healthy, but injuries struck once again, and they were forced to ship Deng off to help in the next rebuilding project. First time Deng has ever played in a different uniform.
The Heat shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one. And the first one drops. And Luol Deng, Clark, one of only 5 Bulls in history to play in a 10th year with the team, the 4th leading scorer in their franchise's history.
And Kevin, Coach Thibodeau called him the glue of the team, the Velcro guy. But despite everything he'd meant to the organization, his free agency weighed heavily. He refused a significant extension offer, so they felt they had to go in a different direction.
All free throws good from Luol Deng.
Well, 2 seasons ago, the Heat were rolling. They won a franchise record 66 games. 27 of those came consecutively. Last season, they managed the regular season. They knew they had to pace themselves in an effort to try to win a 3rd straight championship.
The Cavaliers trail by 9. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
1:39 left in the first quarter. And last season, I'd say, guys, the Heat more or less just conceded that #1 seed to the Pacers.
Yeah, almost like a marathon runner. You know, they just didn't want to burn out early, so they just kind of found their pace throughout the season. And they weren't worried too much about the home seed. They were concerned more with their own health. And I thought Eric Spoelstra handled all of those dynamics perfectly.
5 to shoot. And it's Smith penetrating, and he banks in the layups. Here's Wade. Feeds it to Chalmers. 54 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And that one's good. Nick Roberts has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Varejao setting the pick for LeBron. Smith with a wide open look. Rebounded by Chalmers.
I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
Wade on the wing. Back to Anderson. And Chalmers kicks to McRoberts. That's good, and so Chalmers with the assist. Nick Roberts has got a couple of threes now in the first for the Heat. Here's Dellavedova. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Trying to find Thompson. He gets it to him. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
Wade kicks to McRoberts. And Anderson has it in the corner. From 11 feet away. No good.
I'll tell you what, for what's really an elementary shot, he looked a little nervous on that release.
And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Miami ahead. They lead by 9. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Heat?
Well, they've definitely had the hot hand from the three-point line so far. Always nice to start out like that.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. So on the floor for Cleveland, Thompson and Varejao at the 4 and 5. Matthew Dellavedova is out there with Irving, and it's Smith in at the 3 slot. Bosch in the post. It's up against Thompson. Here's Haslam. The Cavaliers pull it in. Well, last season, Tristan Thompson made the decision to change his shooting hand, Clark. He went from shooting with his left to now shooting with his right hand.
Yeah, I've not heard of anything quite like that before, but he improved his free throw shooting substantially as a result of the change, and he gets to the line fairly often, so I think that's a nice development. I love that young man's work ethic and what he brings to a team in terms of rebounding and physicality.
I think LeBron's going to like playing with him.
I agree.
Here's Haslam following the score by Cleveland. Shots good by Bosch.
And assists like that have typified their effort today. Great ball movement.
Really an example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And a chance here to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, guys, Kyrie Irving, the #1 pick overall back in 2011, a player who promised himself he'd play in the NBA when he was just in the 4th grade. He said that came from his father. Confidence, confidence, confidence. That's all my dad preached. He'd always tell me, Kyrie, you could be this, you could be that. My dad had more belief in me than I had in myself. Gentlemen.
You know, it helps having people boosting you up, Doris. Thanks. The Heat have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
Well, you take a look back to last year, guys. This is a club that converted about 76% of its free throws.
No good on the free throw. Mozgov, he's checked in for Thompson. That one is no good.
The Cavs tried to make a push for the playoffs last season, in a way going against the grain, but instead a disappointing season when it was all over. The coach and front office questioning the team's effort level.
And the shot is good. Smith's got his second bucket of the night.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. Well, the Cavs did make some big changes from last season, and they shouldn't have a problem staying motivated, putting in the effort this year.
Well, you know, Kevin, last year they were a very young group and didn't have the vet presence they might have needed. With LeBron coming in, they've got brilliance in every category, leadership and play. He's got the clout of his championship rings. The whole mindset of the team is about to go to a very different and high level.
Chalmers' shot is no good.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
And that one's good. Shumpert.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Tries a three. Haslam can't get it to go.
This game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding is one thing that they've been able to dominate.
Yeah, they chase down that pumpkin often.
Nick Roberts, the pass to Bosch. Outside Dragic. Launches it. Good on the shot. Dragic has got 6.
Well, I'm not necessarily a big fan of him shooting that shot, but they did give him the space.
And a wide open look for Irving. Another 3 for Cleveland.
How about the response? Retaliation. Impressive, huh, guys?
I'll say exactly that as well. Nice job to recover those 3 points right away.
Now here's Dragic. He's got 6. There's the dish to Chalmers. Back to Dragic. Here's Haslam. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And Shumpert kicks to Love. Mozgov dishes to Irving. And Cleveland again with the bucket.
And he's starting to pick things up here after a tough first quarter.
Miami's gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable.
Boy, some would like to give Kyrie Irving the injury-prone label. I'm not sure if that's fair. Although in his first 3 seasons, he has yet to stay healthy start to finish.
Now, here is Smith. 5 points in the game. Outside jumper. Kicks it to Mozgov. It's stolen by Dragic. Here's Chalmers. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Chalmers has got his first basket of the night. And for Kyrie, you know, he can play all 82, Steve, and put this all to rest, but when he goes to the IR as much as he has, it's a fair question to pose.
Well, that's what he's got to do, Kevin. He's got to put together a season or two where he plays, 75, 80, 82 games. Nothing else will put that label to rest. And it's just a matter of being able to do it. Some of it is luck, and some of it is maybe developing a more sound routine to help his body get through the year.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Whiteside's checked in for Bosch. Anderson comes in for Udonis Haslem. Luol Deng is checked in for Josh McRoberts. And Dwayne Wade is subbed in for Mario Chalmers. The Heat with the lead. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. .127 left to play here in the second quarter. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Yes, Kevin, Cavaliers head coach David Blatt, unknown here in the United States, but he spent the last 2 decades establishing himself as the premier coach in Europe. Last season, he led Maccabi Tel Aviv to an upset EuroLeague title. One GM described the team as, quote, outgunned at every position except coach. Kevin, it's been his dream to coach in the NBA.
Many consider him a genius-level coach. Doris, thanks. We'll see how he does.
That's not an opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Whiteside with it. Wade kicks to Dragic. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Wade's got 3 assists in the game. Irving against Dragic. Now here is Varejao. Defense right on him. Shot clock at 6. And another miss by Cleveland. The Heat leading by 5. Dishes it to Wade. Tipped away. And Matthew Dellavedova is going to pick up the foul. Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland. Tristan Thompson. .34 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Wade. Again, the Heat good for 2.
Now, they're really doing a nice job of stringing together solid possessions and building that lead up.
That's the key, Steve. They'll stay in control of this game if they can just avoid any lulls going forward.
Now, here is Irving. 10 points for him. That's good.
And he's shaking off a poor first quarter shooting effort. And he's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
Dragic kicks to Anderson. Dragic the pass to Deng. The feed now to Whiteside. From down in the low post, it goes. Whiteside's got his second basket of the night. Here's LeBron. And the layup is good.
You know, something we're seeing less and less of these days, that little finger roll.
And the first half ends in a close one. Heat lead by 5. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Dwayne, a couple of quick questions for you. What's your attitude right now, and what do you think will be the team's focus for the second half?
Well, I mean, we just want the ball. Go always got to rebound the ball. We got to get in there as a team, all of us, and rebound the ball, you know.
We welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. During the break, the players getting refueled with Gatorade. They're looking amped up and ready to get going once again.
Excellent game we've seen from Kyrie Irving. He has 12 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
Now, his outside stroke has looked really good today.
On the perimeter, Wade and Deng. Chris Bosh is out there with Whiteside, and it's Dragic in the point guard. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
Goran Dragic last season really became a premier offensive weapon, dramatically improving his shooting percentage. In fact, over 50% from the field and 40% from long range, while scoring 20 points a game. Only the third player in the last 2 decades to hit those marks.
And that one's good by Bosh.
Back-to-back threes for him. The defense is slacking off a little.
It does look like their energy is lacking at this point.
Dragic against Irving. Takes the 13-footer, and again it's Cleveland.
It's a good thing he showed up today, because without him, this team would be in big trouble.
Miami leading by 7. Dragic kicks to Bosh. Dragic a screen on Love. It's Bosh with the drive. Passes to Wade. He feeds it to Whiteside. Rejected by Mozgov. LeBron outside, and that is good. James has got 8 points.
And there it is again. That's where their points have been coming today, from the low post.
And even under pressure in tight, they've maintained their concentration and converted their opportunities.
And he gets it to go. And that's now 11 points for Goran Dragic.
He's been so reliable again today, Kevin, and they need his points, and he's providing them.
The drive by Shumpert. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Well, Knicks ownership guys frustrated last season that Iman Shumpert didn't participate in the Summer League. And, Steve, they were hoping he'd test out for some minutes at the point guard position.
That's right, Kevin, and we heard his name arise all season long in trade rumors.
And for Shumpert, his shooting numbers were down last season. He'd shot over 40% from long range in year 2, but was down to 33% last season. That can happen sometime in the course of a career. Still good from the corners with Shumpert, but perhaps he shot too many from above the arc.
Mario Chalmers, he's checked in for Goran Dragic. And he makes both free throws.
And guys, for Shumpert, where he's got to improve is finishing around the rim. With his size and athleticism, I think he could be better scoring in the paint.
Now, here's Chalmers. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
You know, when you're coming off a championship, actually make that 2 consecutive championships, it's even more okay to be more concerned about the postseason than the regular season. You kind of figure out how to manage the regular season. And the Heat clearly took that approach, or at least it seemed that way.
That free throw, no good.
Well, what you said about the Heat, you know, beyond the resting of key guys, they seem to be more concerned about the process of things than the result during the season.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both. Well, the Heat had no real reason to be concerned with results. It'd be nice for them to win, but they knew they were expected, Clark, to get to the finals again.
And there really wasn't anybody they feared. I mean, they might have ended second in the conference, but they played the season perfectly to set themselves up for the postseason. This season will be an interesting test, as there is a much tougher road for this group to be able to navigate to go deep into the playoffs.
Here's Chalmers following the basket by Kevin Love. Wade. And that one goes long.
That's a shot that he sometimes struggles with, but you can't fault him for taking it when the defense backs off like that.
Irving dishes to Shumpert. Mozgov down low. Shot's good. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back.
And you can feel the pattern of this game, guys. They're working it inside, dominating in the paint, getting good shots at will.
Well, 4 of their last 5 baskets, guys, have been of exactly that variety.
That's good. Timeout called the Cavaliers.
You know, there were a lot of people, me included, thinking that Cleveland would take a step forward and be a team that could make moves in the East and perhaps get to the playoffs, but injuries and inner turmoil really kept that team from being playoff caliber.
Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for Whiteside. And Cleveland with a change here, too. J.R. Smith's checked in for Iman Shumpert. Irving against Chalmers. The pass to James. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And Cleveland ended 10th in the Eastern Conference last year. They got close, but they couldn't sneak into the playoffs.
Well, there would be a lot of shocked analysts if they didn't finish near the top of the East this season. All it takes is one good summer, and your team can jump to the top of the East.
That one drops. He ties it up. Well, a question you have to wonder as we watch LeBron play in his prime, should we be more in awe, Clark, of him from a historical standpoint? He has a chance, as many people think, to be the best of all time when he hangs them up.
He's right in that discussion. He's arguably already in the top 10. Actually, in my opinion, he is in the top 10. Clearly, right now, if he stopped playing, he'd be in the top 10 with a chance to be on some people's top 5 list. He's a once-in-a-generation kind of player, but so too were others. Oscar, Wilt,
well said,
Elgin, and guys of that ilk. But I think it will be a long time before we see anybody quite like him in size, strength, speed, and skill.
Well put. That's good from Wade.
You know, I'm thinking about if we should actually be more in awe of LeBron. I mean, it's just hard to imagine what he does almost on a nightly basis. Just some incredible things out on that court.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Thompson's checked in. And so he hits both.
And fans and media have grown somewhat inured to LeBron's amazing play. Look that one up, folks. But I think deep down we all realize that we are watching something truly special when he plays and how he comports himself between the lines and outside of it. It's just a matter of really being able to recognize how he fits into the NBA's history books.
Now here's Wade after LeBron James's miss. Here's Haslam. And poor shot selection there. Not a high percentage look for him. Cleveland's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Shots good from Love.
Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Back to Wade. Heat moving the ball around. Again, the miss by the Heat. Cavaliers have gone 7 of 9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them. And it's blocked by Bosh. And it's the Heat on the break. Here's Haslam. And that one's good. And the Heat lead by 2. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Miami.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
And I'll tell you, the other thing that's been a factor is the transition game. They're scoring a lot of points on the fast break.
Now Bosh following the three-point attempt by Kyrie Irving. Here's Dang. Basket is good. The assist from Bosh. And it's a 5-point Heat lead.
This is incredible. It's been a 3-point barrage since halftime.
Yeah, whether by design or by accident, it has been impressive.
James kicks to Smith. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play. That'll put J.R. Smith on the line. They get Luol Deng. And the Heat with some changes. Anderson, he's checked in for Bosh. Josh McRoberts comes in for Udonis Haslem. And it's Dragic in for Dwayne Wade.